Home to popular destinations such as Bali, Phuket and Singapore, the tourism sector in Southeast Asia is in survival mode, even as travel picks up in Europe in the form of air bridges between key cities. Many countries in Asia are slow to reopen their borders despite recovering faster from the pandemic. So what does this mean for the tourism sector in Southeast Asia?
For months, governments in Southeast Asia have proposed forming bubbles for leisure travel. However, this has largely failed to materialize, denting hopes of a quick recovery for the battered tourism industry. In 2019, 136 million visitors to Southeast Asia contributed more than $380 billion to the region's combined GDP. With international air travel not expected to recover until 2024, tourism authorities and the hospitality industry in Southeast Asia are banding together to tide through the crisis. The resort island of Phuket is key to Thailand's plans to revive its tourism industry.
Hotels on the island need to be running, generally speaking, around 30% occupancy to break even. The majority of them that have chose to open before now, I don't think are running those numbers. So the international customer is really required for us to be able to sustain.
With the pandemic largely under control in parts of Southeast Asia, commercial flights between safe zones have resumed in the form of air bubbles, starting with business travelers. While this calibrated approach may not account for much, it is the first step in shoring up economies in Southeast Asia before the easing of more travel restrictions.
Besides creating green lanes for some business travelers, Singapore has also introduced a short-term travel scheme for visitors from a growing number of countries such as New Zealand and Vietnam. However, it remains to be seen if this will encourage more leisure travelers to Singapore. In the first 3 weeks after the scheme was launched, only 136 short-term travelers from 2 countries visited the city-state.
Whether it's a green lane or an air travel bubble, these are all signs of confidence between 2 countries or 2 destinations.
Despite the measured approaches in reopening borders in Southeast Asia, the different rates of infection among countries mean that plans for a one-size-fits-all approach, such as a regional travel bubble, has been put on hold.
Vietnam, which has largely contained the virus and resumed some international flights, has also proposed forming smaller travel bubbles to tourist hotspots within the region. In neighboring Cambodia, authorities have implemented a $3,000 healthcare and funeral deposit for all foreigners. Whereas the resort island of Bali, which experienced the spike in infections after welcoming domestic tourists, will be closed to foreign visitors until the end of 2020.
Slowly but surely, Southeast Asian countries are easing their travel restrictions, allowing essential business and official travelers within their borders. However, these moves may be too little too late for the tourist hotspots. Until travel bubbles or safe zones can be established, the landscapes in Phuket or Bali may be different at the end of the pandemic.